name is Robert Butler III, and as a filmmaker from... What is the culture? My name is Robert Butler III, and as a filmmaker from Compton, California, my lived experiences vary significantly from the culture that is repackaged and resold online. While real-world circumstances inform my worldview, the world views those circumstances as marketable. I mean, if I had a nickel for every time someone at USC asked me for a hood tour, I could buy a double-decker bus. So how does something as rebellious and revolutionary as underground street culture become the face of high-end lifestyle? Having lived and worked on both sides of the fence, I feel uniquely qualified to tackle those questions.
Notice I said we, it's not just me, I'm what the culture feeling.
After graduating from USC Film School, I worked as a producer at an upstart e-commerce company that positioned itself as an urban luxury alternative. During my time there, the executives identified 6 key markets that best aligned with the company's younger, multicultural user base: fashion, sneakers, comics and collectibles, trading cards, music collaborations, and fine art. Now, why were those categories so successful? One reason is because they all appeal to collectors. And yes, if you wear a different outfit every day, you are indeed a collector. But the biggest reason is the sense of investment. Whereas food, electronics, cars, and pretty much everything else in our economy depreciates immediately after purchase, there's a chance you might get lucky with one of those 6 categories. They sell you on a dream of copying a rare pair of sneakers that may one day upgrade to grail status. They push buying bulks of trading card packs in hopes of you pulling that one signature rookie card. They bank on you believing that a $1,000 art piece will one day be worth millions. They understand that low volume means high exclusivity. So by only producing a few dozen collectibles that sell out immediately, they encourage users to buy first and ask questions later. Isn't that kind of scary? That's the question I pose in my new anthology series, Urban Luxury, a 6-part miniseries that will take a twisted, surreal look at the commodification of the culture. Not every episode will be thriller or horror themed, but they will all unearth a profound truth about society's unhealthy relationship with Black cultural representation. Our goal is to raise $20,000 to produce the first 2 episodes of Urban Luxury as a proof of concept for the overall series. What are the 2 shorts? Well, the first one is Urban Space Cowboy. The story follows a once renowned comic book artist who is struggling with writer's block as he is confronted by an imaginary friend. The tone of this containment comedy is mostly satirical. Imagine American fiction with elements of magical surrealism. And the second short is called PSA 10. It follows an immunocompromised man who risks his life going to the mall to obtain a one-of-a-kind basketball card. This episode is a paranoid thriller, stylistically influenced by movies like Uncut Gems and Clockers. The goal is to raise $20,000 to produce both of these shorts as a proof of concept for the overall series. Now, why were these 2 shorts picked first before any other episodes? Was because they're the most doable from a production standpoint. Both contain a relatively few number of characters in a singular location. Well, why contribute to me? Why contribute to this project? Well, my last Indiegogo crowdfunding effort, Timestamp, accumulated in an award-winning short film co-directed by myself and Cade Hughesby that enjoyed a successful film festival run before we self-distributed the film on Amazon Prime Video. Since then, I directed 2 more self-funded projects, In the Static and The Comic Shop. In the Static is a thriller short film written by and starring Danny Fernandez. It premiered at the Los Angeles Latino International Film Festival, LA LaLeaf, and played at the Michelle Film Festival, Essence Fest, Chicago Horror, and many other festivals since then. And The Comic Shop is a proof of concept comedy pilot created by and starring Cheyenne Iwolu. At its premiere at the Michelle Film Festival, The Comic Shop was nominated for Best Comedy Series and for Best Directing Comedic Short Form. Moreover, our screening at the Atlanta Film Festival prompted glowing praise from a local media outlet called The Peach Review. Now, there are a lot of risks and challenges associated with crowdfunding, but between Timestamp and my producer role on Johnny Rome's film Cardboard Castles, I've successfully crowdfunded and completed 2 projects with budgets of about $10,000 each. So crowdfunding isn't unfamiliar to me, but getting over that $20,000 hurdle is. Well, over the next 60 days, you're gonna see non-stop social media promotion for these projects. You're gonna see a lot of interviews with me going on various podcasts and shows, hoping to promote and spread awareness for this project. And of course, we plan on executing long live streams on the First Cut YouTube channel to spread awareness across all of our nearly 6,000 subscribers. So look, if capitalism has you trapped under the crushing boulder of responsibilities, worry not. All donations are greatly appreciated, but if you can't contribute, help us make some noise. Spread some word on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, any social media. Just help us get the word out and spread this as far as wide as possible. Follow our Indiegogo page and our Instagram page for updates and progress almost daily. And also just use the Indiegogo share tools and help spread this link far and wide. Thank you so much. My name is Robert Butler III, and let's make urban luxury happen. Doesn't it feel like Hollywood keeps recycling the same stories, the same IP, the same franchises over and over again? Are you bored of the stale, cookie cutter, rinse and repeat formula that the studios keep feeding us? Well, consider contributing to my Indiegogo campaign, Urban Luxury. It's a 6-part anthology series that deals with the commodification of Black cultural representation. I was inspired to write this series because I used to work at one of those high-end cultural urban e-commerce companies that prided themselves on being part of the culture. But honestly, the culture that they're trying to sell us feels very different than the culture that I've experienced throughout my entire life. So if you're looking to support something that's original, fun, thought-provoking, and edgy, support Urban Luxury on our Indiegogo page. The clock is ticking, so we need your help right now.
What's your name? It doesn't matter, I'm just seeing if you can. You're a good girl, all nice and sweet. Or you're a real bad bitch, yeah, hood and street. Whoa, let me take you to the telly now, so you can bounce on my belly now. You know it's on tonight, I'ma beat the pussy up until the morning light. Put your ass in the air while I'm doing my thing. Face buried in the pillow while you scream my name like whoa. Did a doggy style, switch positions in a second, hit it funky style. Now move that back.
Come along, children. Now we're going to have a little music.
This ain't funny, so don't.
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to First Cut Live. We are here on a late Wednesday night, here to break down all the movie news and trailers that are coming out this week. I'm here with RB3 in the house. Robert Butler III, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man. We in our last week of campaigning. You know what I'm saying? 5 more days in our campaign for Urban Luxury, 6-part anthology series that takes a twisted, surreal look at the commodification of the culture. So, you know, we need all the help we can get. Big love to everybody who tapped in today. Today's been a historic day for the campaign. Really great times, y'all, and let's keep it going. Let's keep it flowing. Let's do it.
Yeah, you've been doing overtime, right? You're running on different shows and stuff, man. Tell the people what you've been up to.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, just today I was on Christian Harloff's show in the morning. You know, shout out to Christian Harloff for allowing me to have that platform, talk to Schmoville. Schmelville was a big part of how Timestamp got made. So good to be back on there talking my stuff. And then just right before this, I was on the John Roca show. I was on John Roca's channel with Winston Marshall on their Spill the Tequila show. We talked about a lot of the same things we're going to talk about here, honestly. Doing this, I'm on my man Jedi Mike. I'm going to be on his channel tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
That's going to be at 5:30 or something like that, 2:30. I don't know if that one's live even. And then DJ Woodruff. I'll be on DJ Talks Trash or what's his YouTube channel? I forget the name of the channel. But
Only Stupid Answers. Yeah,
it's Only Stupid Answers. That's right. I'll be on Only Stupid Answers next week. We're recording on Friday, but episode's gonna drop on Monday, so it's gonna be a good time. You know.
Damn, man, you're doing the Timothy Chalamet press tour right now, man. You're doing the campaigning, bro.
Hey, man, trying to, man. It's what Arnold Schwarzenegger told Will Smith. If you want to be the biggest movie star in the world, you have to shake every hand. You have to kiss every baby. You have to run for president. You know, like basically, it's like you have to run for president. That's my terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, but.
Oh man, that's what you're doing, man. All the babies need to be kissed, man. You need to be out there making sure and showing some love and support for urban luxury. Obviously, this is what we want. This is what we need right now, is for RB3 to have his full funding for his short film anthology series, Urban Luxury. Much love, RB3, man. Now, what we're talking about today, obviously this week, I feel like it's been a pretty good week when it comes to movie news, at least from what I feel. I feel like a lot of studios are trying to push out as many trailers as they can and a lot of information that they can. We got the new trailer for The Karate Kid. But the one that everyone is talking about, obviously, and the one that I'm, RB3, I can't lie, bro. Since you know me, man. I've been doing videos about this since like the announcement. I did set photo videos about this. The Superman teaser has come out today, and obviously tomorrow morning, the official Superman teaser trailer is coming out. RB3, how are you feeling about the teaser that we saw today, and obviously what we're gonna get tomorrow?
How I feel about the teaser for the teaser? Oh boy, I ain't gonna lie, I dug it. You know what I'm saying? I dug it. I see the vision. I see what James Gunn is going for. I do think the music's kind of annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like we keep having to go back to this John Williams theme so many times. But that being said, though, I thought it was dope. I think it's building up to be something cool. I hate all these Twitter armchair colorists who think like, out of nowhere they're, colored, a La La Land or something amazing. They all of a sudden have an opinion. No, stop. People stop. Like, y'all are not going to say this movie looks like some CW stuff when you're watching it on a 720p compressed Twitter video on your phone. Like, you're not getting this. We're not having this conversation right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, I got to see the full teaser. I can't lie, because my first inclination is to very much judge it. I feel like there's been a huge conversation over these past couple months, especially when it comes to award season now, with Wicked and the cinematography for Wicked and kind of the blown out look that John Chu did for the movie. And then as soon as this teaser came out, people were kind of like, triggered because they have the Wicked in their head.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that might be a part of it, as well as where people are now like really keeping an eye out for lighting. And obviously we have Nosferatu coming up, and the clips I've seen for that and the clips that people have talked about have been all about lighting. So all of a sudden cinematography is back in the conversation, and I think that's a good thing, but I do feel like unfairly judging it is also not fair too. So I think we got to wait and see. I don't think the color grading is what it is. I think the color looks good, to be honest. I'm just curious how it's going to look with the full trailer. I mean,
yeah.
So I'm definitely curious about that. When it comes to the information we've got in RB3, the tone, the actors, the characters, the mismatching of everyone coming together, whether it comes to, Guy Gardner or Hawkgirl or, Lex. How do you feel about more plot details and more information about what kind of Superman we're getting?
I like it, man. This seems like it's going to be a big spectacle. I think the one thing that will distinguish this from other Superman movies is how integrated it is into the rest of the DC universe, as opposed to, the the not Christopher Reeves. I mean, yeah, the Christopher Reeves ones. They're standing on their own movies. Yeah, Brandon Routh was standing on his own. Even Henry Cavill, Man of Steel is still a pretty stand on his own movie. It doesn't really integrate any other characters per se. So that's the kind of thing that's making it different. Like in most of the Superman movies, Superman is the only superhero in this world, in that world. Versus this one seems like, no, this is going to be Superman's one of the many heroes that's in this world and has that, shape and color his perception across the general public. And I think that's going to be dope. I think that's why it's cool having this teaser trailer, just a bunch of people like looking up and being like, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Superman. You know what I'm saying? It's like in very nostalgic feeling, very old school Philly, old timey feeling. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all here for that. I know you be talking about Adventures of Superman a lot. So I'm kind of feeling like this is going to adapt a lot of that same kind of energy,
I think so too. I don't know if you've seen that show. I think it's a great show. I've reviewed it a few times for obviously the channel, but obviously Geeks of Color as well. I do feel like that's what they're going for sure. I think I said it in my past videos because I've done a lot of videos about this new Superman movie, but I think it's the retro futuristic feel because I do think that Mr. Terrific and what is the other girl's name? The engineer, who's supposed to be like a techno super, being. And then obviously Lex, who's also like a super genius as well. I think that's going to be the technology aspect. And then the retro aspect is going to be obviously the Daily Planet, the, newspaper aspect, the 1930s kind of vibe that, a lot of people associate with Superman or the 40s, I guess. But that kind of feel as far as what they're going for this movie. I think that's definitely there for sure. For me, it's more about the characters and the tone that we get from the characters. How do you feel that the little bit we got about the design, the Daily Planet, Lois Lane, Cat Grant, Steve in the back, I forget his last name, Steve something, Jimmy Olsen, just the few shots that we got of the characters we know, and then obviously of the Daily Planet and the look of that Daily Planet.
Oh yeah, the Daily Planet looked cool. I mean, the Daily Planet looked cool, like the globe on the top of it looked fire. It looked super fire. In terms of the, the actual characters, man, honestly, I didn't even know who most of them were. I saw the shot.
I recognize all of them.
yeah, I saw the shot when they was all looking up. I definitely was like, okay, that's homegirl who's playing Lois Lane, so that's obviously inside of the office. And in my opinion, they're not even, and that probably is a little bit of a misleading shot. I feel like they're not even looking up at Superman. I feel like they're just like looking at the TV. Yeah, TV or something. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I didn't even peep those characters. Yeah, but I did peep the Lois Lane in the center.
It's Cat Grant is like the sassy pop culture, like over the top, like kind of like she's Daily Planet, but she's more like E-News. And she's the girl with the blonde hair who looks ridiculous.
She's like Natasha Martinez.
Yeah. No, I don't know if you want to, Natasha Martinez, she's a higher class, bro. Cat Grant is more like, like random ass like celebrity gossip news and stuff.
Okay.
And then Steve is like the sports guy. Steve is the guy with the beard. He's from SNL. I forget his name. Steve Lombard. And he's like the stereotypical like tough guy sports guy who like teases Clark for being like not weak. He's like, come on, Clark, you gotta do some workouts. And it's like ironic because he's Superman. And then obviously Jimmy's on the side. So those are like the side characters we see in the background that for sure I recognize them right off the bat. I think Cat looks ridiculous. I'll have to see how she looks in the movie. That's James Gunn's friend. I don't know if you recognize her. She's the girl who plays, oh my God, is it Teets? Teets? Not Teets. The other one, the bunny. Who plays the
Lola?
bunny?
Is that Lola?
It might be, or Floor. It might be
Floor. Yeah.
She plays Floor. She also plays the sassy secretary for the dictator in Suicide Squad.
Okay, I know.
Exactly every James Gunn movie, basically, she always plays like the eye candy or like the silly girl. She's also in a Xandarian in Guardians 1. I forget who she plays in Guardians 2, but she's in every James Gunn movie, and she's playing Cat Grant. And then Steve Lombard is the guy in the background, obviously, and those are staple Daily Planet. You know, these are part of the Rogues Gallery, not Rogues Gallery. Like his little squad of like Daily Planet pals, Clark's pals, and obviously Jimmy is like one of his friends. So I just think Kat looks silly. I think she's supposed to look silly, but obviously I want to see how it looks like in the show and in the movie. And I think part of it too is like, where is James Gunn gonna balance the silly aspect of this, and then obviously the serious like Lex world ending or whatever threat that Superman is facing kind of aspect. How do you feel about that? The tone of what James Gunn is going to strike a balance with. Apparently, he said it's going to be more serious than the Guardians movies.
Interesting. I mean, you know,
that's what he said. So,
yeah, I mean, serious is interesting. I mean, I can see a lot of comedy in
then
here.
The Guardians. I mean, the Guardians aren't there.
Yeah, true. But then technically speaking, the Suicide Squad is more serious than Guardians as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true. But
So
still,
it's like what's James gonna be getting? And also, by the way, the Suicide Squad R-rated, Creature Commandos looking pretty R-rated, honestly, right now too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is this gonna like? I know it's PG or PG-13. Like we already know
it's gonna be PG-13. Yeah.
Yeah, we already know it's gonna be PG-13. But it's like he like you could like outside of like Guardians. It's very like kid friendly, but still everybody can watch superhero movies. Suicide Squad and Creature Commandos are definitely more adult leaning. You know what I'm saying? Peacemaker, also more adult leaning. It's like I'm kind of wondering, you know, and they're saying this is supposed to be like the new Superman movie that's like for everybody, you know, the 4 quadrant, the 70s nostalgia, the Christopher Reeves all over again. You're even going to bring back the old music to really remind y'all how, you know, antique we are, kind of thing.
Let's get to that, man. Obviously, let's finish this thought, but let's get to that. Finish your thought on this, on the tone, as far as what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to try and make it more kid friendly?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a nostalgia trip. Definitely going to be kid friendly. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, I'd hope that the violence is pretty fun. Again, if it's, I don't know. I mean, I didn't love Suicide Squad, but I did like the tone of it, especially the way that they handled Peacemaker. Ratcatcher was fun too, but just the Peacemaker character himself, like being kind of morally ambiguous, and then they copped out by keeping him alive at the end. That was kind of some BS, but. Like, I would be very interested to just see the moral complication inside of this new Superman movie, for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious. I think you're right. I think it's going to be extremely four quadrant, like extremely, like very, very almost borderline Disney 4 quadrant or Star Wars, where it's very much like literally like 5 through 50 or like 5 through 80. You know, the age range is going to be like the biggest age range they could hit. I just feel like that's what they feel like is going to make the most money, and I feel like that's what they might be going for. Let's get to it, man. The music, along with the poster of this, and along with the little teaser trailer, we got a tease as far as the theme that John Murphy has been cooking up for the James Gunn Superman movie, and by the sounds of it, you're not on board, RB3. You're not liking this.
Man, look, man. You all know my stances on nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? Like, nostalgia's weak. It's kind of weak. It's kind of low key trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of really think nostalgia, just leaning on that, is like, what are we doing? You know,
a little bit is good, bro. A little bit is tasty. You know?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little sugar, bro.
A little sugar goes a long way. Just don't sugar it up too much. Don't make it the exact same song. Right? Hey, yeah, I mean, come on, dog. Hey, listen, the perfect amount of sugar is The Force Awakens. That's what you're going to get in terms of, that's the right amount of sugar for a throwback. Alien Romulus toes that line. Alien Romulus almost kind of steps over that line. If I'm not going to lie.
It does a few times.
Over it, you know what I'm saying? But give me something that feels fresh, that feels new. And I do think, again, the other DCEU part of it, the other characters is what's going to make it feel really cool and original. But I don't know. Don't give me the music. Now, we'll say Christian Harloff, he said in the morning, I do think that's a good point. It's like this, the Superman theme song could be like the James Bond theme song, where it's just literally part of the character at this point. You know what I'm saying? And to that, it's like, I don't know if I agree with that, but maybe that's what, honestly, I think maybe that's what Warner Brothers thinks, because pretty much every version, even the Henry Cavill Superman, they ended up folding that John Williams theme into the Whedon cut. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like,
oh yeah, the Whedon.
Yeah, the Whedon cut.
That movie doesn't count, bro. That movie's not.
I mean, but it's just to show you this is what Warner Brothers thinking is. Like, Warner Brothers thinks we can't do Superman without the John Williams thing. Like, we just can't do it.
And funny enough, bro, I'm an optimist. I'm a Superman optimist. I've been, again, talking about this movie since day one. I'm a day one Superman fan since I was like 3 years old. But even I kind of agree with you, man. I feel like you have to make a new theme. And obviously, this is technically a new theme. And I know a lot of people have been fighting about this on Twitter, where they're like, it counts as a new theme. And I'm like, does it though? Like, it's so much of, I mean, it's a choir-esque of the John Williams score, so that's newish.
People are saying it's like Hans Zimmer and
both,
it's like
combined.
Both a little bit combined, yeah.
But Hans Zimmer made his own score, and then I was thinking about my Superman, because everyone has their Superman. Some people are like Brandon Routh, other people Henry Cavill. For me, it's the Superman animated series, which premiered in like 1996, I believe, and that had its own theme song, its own feel, its own theme. And I can sing it to you right now off the top of my head. And that to me is what makes Superman Superman. And if you want to say, and I know a lot of people have been saying it, but low key it's kind of true, Somebody Save Me is classic. Smallville, bro. A lot of people grew up with Smallville. And that's his theme song. Yeah. Like, every Superman has his own theme song. You got to make it more original. I kind of agree. I feel like they should have made it a little bit more like, just make some new notes. Just hit some new notes on the keyboard and call it a new theme. And call it a night. Yeah,
it's very, very nostalgic going back. He's wearing the trunks. He's doing all that. Now, can you sing the Superman theme song for us? You know what I'm saying?
The My Adventures? What's
the animated one?
It's da-da-dun, da-da-dun.
Oh, okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dun.
Hey.
Da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-da-da. That. It's classic, bro.
Oh, shoot.
That's like 1996, 97. Like,
I was trying to put some music behind that and have any
beats floating
around. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a trap remix going real quick, but that's Lego, man. Look,
but that's a good theme. Like, that's a fun theme. And then obviously, it's not the same as a John Williams theme, and it's not the same as a Henry Cavill theme. Like, if I ask a Henry Cavill fan, they can hum the Hans Zimmer theme. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's real. Yeah.
Just make a new theme, bro. We love John Williams and we love Christopher Reeve, but come on, make a new theme. I agree with that.
It is. You could tell from the fact that they put the trunks back on them, from the fact that they kind of quasi officially launched the DC universe with the Christopher Reeve's documentary. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're very much leaning to that as like the aesthetic, like the goal, which I'm cool with. I'm cool with. Just don't make it just a blatant ripoff of like the old school one, which I actually don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. I think they're just doing that to get the old heads kind of excited. But I think it's going to be something that's kind of new, kind of fresh, kind of original. I'd hope.
What are you feeling about the suit? Do you feel more on board with it?
Yeah, suit's kind of never mind. I'm not gonna say that. The suit's okay. It's a little. I would like to see a little bit more manliness built into it. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more.
Muscle?
How am I trying to not?
I don't know. Definition, bro. I don't know.
Nah. Just I need to be tougher. I don't want these silly little feminine trunks on my Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like this little sissy stuff. But
is it because it's bulky? Like,
just get rid of the shorts, dog. But it's
you don't like the shorts? Okay,
the shorts, that's the trunks, the shorts. But again, I was on Harloff's show this morning. He said that they did that. That was David Cornsweat's idea, kind of inspired by like professional wrestlers trying to be comfortable with kids or whatever. I get it. That's what makes me feel like it's gonna be a kids movie is the fact that he's wearing these little tighty whities. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. Okay, if he's wearing the tighty whities, he's putting on his shoes while the stuff is blowing up in the background. All right, let's do it. You know?
That's something I'll kind of agree with. I'm cool with either, if I'm being honest. I'm probably more 70-30, 70% more no trunks and 30% trunks. But you know what's funny, RB3? I dead ass believe that story. I will 100% believe it. And I know obviously you have to believe it because you're saying it right now in the press.
Right.
But James Gunn, a long time ago, I'm talking about like early pre-production stages of this movie years ago when they were like just announced it. He posted on Twitter, he's like, trunks, no trunks, vote here. And I was like, how much you want to bet that he literally is like dead ass about this poll? Like he literally takes Twitter polls and he's like, I don't know, fuck it. Trunks, no trunks, vote here. And I was like, I put no trunks because I prefer no trunks. I'm with you. I think it looks better. It looks sleeker. And it looks more modern. And the trunks are a little bit outdated for me. But personally, I'm cool with trunks too. But how much you want to bet that James Gunn was like, all right, guys, I guess we do no trunks. And David Cornswit literally said that story where he's like, well, what if he wears trunks because he's like a little lucha wrestler? And James Gunn's like, you know what? You're a genius, bro.
I didn't think about that. Like, he's like the dude from The Wire, bro. Like,
yeah, he's like, you spitting. Oh, damn. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. I don't feel like we need trunks, but I'm cool with it. I don't feel like it's necessarily a detractor of the suit.
No.
I think the design is cool. I think I kind of like the bulky look, if I'm being honest. The thick look, because it looks thick, like really thick.
All right.
And I kind of like that. It looks like he's more like bulletproof.
You're looking like AD.
Yeah. Oh, not AD. He looks more like Zion.
No, not Zion. No, stop. Zion.
Zion's going. He's coming to LA, bro.
No, Zion looks tough. Come on, we're not saying. No, do not put. He's going to the Clippers. That's where Zion's going. He's going to the Clippers. We don't want him on the Lakers. Keep him.
But I like the suit. I think it'll be cool, and I like the design of it as well. I'm cool with the trunks. I'm over it at this point, but I do think that story is pretty funny. Everything else when it comes to the stories coming out, the only other thing I have here is that Mr. Terrific is going to be a pretty big part of it. I think it's going to be a team up with him and Clark going up against Lex because Clark needs a genius to help him fight a genius.
Mr. Terrific's the black dude, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. See, you said it was going to be an all-white cast, man. Come on.
I mean, you saw that newsroom, bro. You saw that newsroom. I still think I'm right. I'm like, yo, James Gunn is like, I don't know, bro. He's still kind of iffy for me, bro. See, this is my thing about this. All right, now that we're getting real, RB3, because I feel like we talked about this a lot, but I'm still talking. I'm still yapping about it. I hope this movie is not a kumbaya, let's hold hands, Falcon and Winter Soldier, like if we just try a little harder to see both sides, we can just hold hands and compromise in the middle. I really hope we don't have that in the final act of this movie where Superman gives a speech about, Republicans and Democrats need to hold hands and, sing kumbaya, and I will throw a remote at the screen, bro. I will bring a remote just to throw it at the screen. And I just hope we don't get that. I just hope we don't.
I don't.
You'll never know. You never know, bro.
I don't see. It's crazy. I don't think we're gonna get that. Only because
that's what we got in like Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's Falcon and Winter Soldier to a T. But that's Disney. It's funny. I think about James Gunn's films a lot, and I don't think he actually has a political ideology like whatsoever. Like I think actually is pretty apolitical. And I say that because again, that's actually my biggest problem with the Suicide Squad, his version of it, is because the whole conflict is about the U.S. doing a coup to undermine this foreign dictatorship, which that is inherently political in and of itself. Like that's a very political storyline. And how does it resolve? Oh, Harley Quinn shoots the dictator in the head, and then the U.S. kind of gets away with their coup. It's like, wait, what? Like nothing. Y'all didn't resolve any kind of storylines. Y'all just kind of Y'all didn't care
But
at
that's
all.
kind of what it is. Like he literally ended that movie where he's like, you know what? You know, USA does some fuck shit. Oh well, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's how you end the movie?
Yeah, no, literally, yeah.
They're like, yeah, you know, we topple over governments and we do terrorism on the side, and it is what it is. And I'm like, that's the theme of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, no, literally.
That and like, you know, you gotta love some rats a little more.
Right. That's also his thing is just animals. Like I feel like the crypto, the dog is probably gonna be like one of the biggest surprises of this film for sure.
Yeah, I feel like I just hope there's a clear definition as far as right and wrong, because he is very much making it about the hopefulness of Superman, and I love that, and I love the what did he say for the plot? He said like the good in humanity, and again I'm with that. I love that. We need positivity, we need good in humanity, but at the same time, what makes Superman is hope, but it's also fighting evil. And like literally fighting evil. Superman doesn't just talk evil down. He also like punches evil in the face. That's why we call it a Superman punch. For crying out loud, like this guy's the most powerful being in the universe. We need to have Superman, slap some fools. Like some people need to be slapped, bro. And I feel like Superman needs to be the one to do it. Yeah. So I really hope James Gunn doesn't, half-ass that shit. And I don't think he will. I think he'll do a good job with that part. But I don't know how you're feeling about that, or what the theme of the movie is going to be like. So
yeah, no, I mean, look, and Gunn, he's a good director. If you would have asked me when the peak, Gunn pedophilia stuff was going on, it's like, come on.
Oh yeah, you hate James, right?
Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? He made a couple good movies, all is forgiven. You know what I'm saying? But
damn, bro.
But I just need assurance that we're not gonna get some hickory dickory BS. I don't want to see. If I'm being honest, I don't want to see.
I already cussed like 10 times, bro.
I mean, I'm just trying. I'm trying to keep it PG.
I know. I'm sorry.
No. It's all good, man. I don't care. But I really do just want to see a nice, consistent, like even DC movie, like just something. And of course, the Batman is like a masterpiece. And if this is like the same kind of quality as the Batman was, but like totally different vibe and tone, of course, but that same level of quality and care, then you got me. You know what I'm saying? You got me. So I do think James Gunn is relatively as talented as Matt Reeves, kind of, yeah. So
I don't think so, but I do think he has pretty good storytelling qualities.
Right.
I guess you're right. I'll give him that. I'll give him as talented.
That Matt Reeves, like, dang, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Matt Reeves isn't like the most talented on the planet.
I mean, I love.
He's really talented.
The Planet of the Apes movie.
You're right. He's great.
Top tier, yeah.
I'm on my hater, it's late, bro,
Yeah.
I'm on that haterade right now, my bad. They're both talented directors, they're great. I guess for me, one thing that I really want to make it a point, and I feel like this is the biggest talking point on Twitter, is like making a superhero movie feel like a movie. And I feel like we haven't had that in a while. We've had kind of like, Martin Scorsese says, roller coasters, or like, haunted houses or haunted mazes and stuff, like like theme park shit. And that's cool, but I want to see a movie. And I feel like 1977 Superman is a movie. Batman Begins is a movie. The Dark Knight trilogy is a movie. The Batman's a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like you can feel the differentiation between that and like a theme park ride or a product.
Yeah.
Where I don't want to just have like Superman is flying around and he high fives some people and then he punches some robots. I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more creativity with the directing, with the performances. Just give me some more, meat, on my steak. Nah. That's what I want on my bone.
I do agree with that.
So I really hope we do get that. Any other thoughts on Superman RB3?
I mean, no other thoughts for me. I just looked at the chat. The chat's popping off. Shout out to all 19 people watching. We got 19 people watching. Only 11 likes though. Fellas, people, my peoples, y'all know the rules. If y'all here watching the stream right now, hit that like button, support the channel, help us grow. We're actually getting close to hitting 5.8K subscribers on the channel. We're getting closer and closer every day. So come in, people, tap in, show some love, and make sure you hit that like button. Devontae Hutley said, Devontae was waiting on this. Say felt like he aged 10 years waiting for us to go live. And this then we have Optimus Prime. That's a good name. They said, I don't know if either of you guys are gamers, but somebody please tell me you're playing Marvel Rivals. I'm getting started on that soon. I love games. Kevin Davis said James Gunn, talented director, still don't care about DC. They've had many of chances to get their act together. Yeah, the brand has definitely lost some confidence. I think it's time to bounce back. Optimus Prime said that everybody definitely needs to check it out. This is a couple of weeks, and I work over 50 hours a week. Still don't have to work 70 hours on this game. Oh, I was talking about Marvel Rivals. And then somehow the conversation devolved into Superman in a birthday suit. Oh, shout out Red Jack. Red Jack, actually, this is a good one to read. Red Jack said, I'll never get tired of superhero movies. People who don't seem like they watch a lot of movies outside of blockbusters. I just clocked my 11th new movie this year, so the big blockbusters and superhero stuff doesn't really bother me when I've also been watching so much other stuff. I do think that is true for, I think if you're an active cinephile, superhero movies are a little bit far and in between, like, especially this past year. And I think it actually has given us a lot of space to appreciate superhero movies a little bit more. The Deadpool Wolverine was terrible. Joker 2 was terrible. Craven, I didn't watch it. Madam Web was terrible. Sure. But actually, dang, was there anything good this year? Oh,
I was going to say, there's
Penguin and Agatha were both great.
That's TV though.
That's TV. Yeah. So for moviegoers who only watch the superhero movies, that is going to create superhero fatigue. Absolutely. When you're only watching the superhero movies, yeah, it's looking bad. But.
Or I'll counter you. If you're only watching genre movies, genre movies have been lacking because all genre movies are now superhero movies. And I feel like that's a big negative too. We need more Dunes. We need more Nosferatus. We need more Green Knights. If anyone has seen Green Knight, more stuff like that. That's like fantasy, sci-fi, bigger budget, but also like quality. And you could feel the quality in it, the intention behind it. And the genre behind it, right? Where it's fantasy, sci-fi, that kind of genre film or horror. We need more of that. That's not just, Craven cutting people's heads off or, Joker doing a dance or Deadpool and Wolverine pointing at the camera. We need more creativity when it comes to genre film, because I do feel like, to be honest, RB3, a lot of like the indie darlings that came out this year are kind of mid, bro. They're kind of, and I hate using that word, they're kind of okay. Yeah. And I don't know if you agree with me, but I think you might agree with me. Mm-hmm. I think they're just kind of okay. Yeah. I've seen all the awards stuff that is coming out, and I'm just like, I've seen most of these, and they're not it, man. They're not it.
Yeah, Anora's cool. A Real Pain is cool. Okay. Like, these are all cool movies.
They're cool. Yeah. They're not unforgettable or special.
Yeah. It's not a La La Land year. It's not a, where there's, or even like Moonlight was the same year as La La Land, of course. But just something that's like so great that it's like undeniable. We haven't really had that. Maybe The Brutalist. I haven't seen that one yet, but maybe that's it. But I don't know.
But even like, tiny movies like Past Lives for me.
Oh, yeah.
Past Lives is great. What are my other favorites from the past few years? One Night in Miami, like a really small, fun, really pretty, unforgettable movie for me. Mm-hmm. What other movies have I...
Maybe, I feel like Challengers is maybe the only one that's like kind of crossed over. And it's not necessarily a tiny movie, but it's definitely a mid-budget one that like I feel like a lot of people are loving,
That I still haven't talked about that movie too much, but that movie's crazy. I still feel like a lot of people misread that movie, bro.
What do you mean misread it? Why you say that?
I just feel like I don't know. I guess I was just wrong this whole time, bro. Everyone's like thirsting over like the most toxic shit on the planet. I guess we all gotta be toxic, bro. I don't know.
That's what it is, dog. Hey, people like the toxic, man. They like that toxic, bro.
Yeah, I was like, damn, bro. I thought this was was not good.
Right. Yeah, nah, it's
So
real, man. And that's yo. Wait, did you watch Emilia Perez?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna
Dog.
see that, but I've seen clips and I've heard stories.
I
And
need I need to
I
talk.
need to see it because I got that I live in border towns, bro. I have that Mexican connection, man. I know all about the Mexican shit. So
Yes, I need you and Sabrina. I need to
I
talk to
know.
y'all because it's just like I can't be on the island hating on this movie because I'm not Latino and I'm not trans. So I feel like I'm hating from the outside, but I need somebody who's with me who can see what kind of garbage this is, dog. Like,
I heard a review about it from a very famous Mexican YouTuber who does reviews for movies that I followed for years, and she kind of spoiled it for me.
uh,
And everything she was saying, I was like, "Yo,
yeah, yeah,
this sounds terrible. It
yeah.
sounds like so bad."
Yeah, the first song is Zoe Saldana singing about violence in the streets. There's one song where one of the kids is singing about how their papa used to smell like guacamole and mezcal. Like it's really bad, dog. I'm telling you, it's bad. It's bad for Mexicans. It's bad for trans people. Like we can't have this movie anymore. And it's so bad that it's one of those so bad. I want to say so bad it's good, but it's so bad you can't look away. It's like looking at a train wreck. Like, I want to watch, but I just got to get to the end just to see like how much worse it's gonna get. And then yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Yeah, I'm ready, bro. I'm bringing my arsenal. I'm ready to like just go off on this movie, just throw absolute grenades at it, and become a hater, number one hater, and put on my cap.
But you know what I did see though? Shout out Flo. Shout out Flo. Flo, have you heard of Flo? It's like I don't know if it's French. I
The
don't know.
Netflix show,
No, it's not. No, not that one.
the rap show.
Oh, Hustle and Flow. Oh, that's a good one. I haven't shout out Jesse Collins production. Jesse Collins gave me my chance. No, Flow is I think it's a French. If it's not French, it's something. I think it's French. Anyway, it's about but they don't speak no dialogue, so you don't really know what language it is. It's about this cat. She's in their little cat world, doing her thing. It's animated. And then out of nowhere, this giant flood comes out of nowhere and just floods the whole thing. And then this cat has to embark with this journey with a bunch of like dogs and a bunch of other animals, a bird, a beaver. They get on this boat and it's just them surviving. Yo, I don't want to say too much because everybody needs to see this movie the way I saw it, which was like not knowing much, but easily
Where'd you
to
see
me,
it?
one of my favorite movies of the year. Definitely my favorite animated movie of the year, which is I love Piece by Piece. Like I still say Piece by Piece deserves to be nominated for the Oscar, and I would have said Piece by Piece probably deserved to have won the Oscar until I saw Flow. Flow easily deserves the best animated feature Academy Award, and it's not even close. Like that movie is epic, is beautiful, is gorgeous, but all with no dialogue, just pure animal noises. Like, and it sounds ridiculous, but I could not give this a high recommendation. Like, this is easily as close to a perfect animated film as you can make. It's emotional, it's intense, it's surreal, and it's epic, but also sweet and funny. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Where'd you see it?
Just the AMC nearby my crib. Yeah, they got.
So it's playing in theaters?
Yeah, it's playing in theaters. Yeah, it's playing in theaters right now. They're just doing like the limited rollout for it right now. But Flow, yo, if people are looking for a real animated movie, like in its purest form, like that is a gorgeous, gorgeous movie right there.
Wow. You take it over Wild Robot? Did you see Wild Robot?
I did see Wild Robot. Yeah,
Okay.
great year for animation, dog. It's like one
Great
of the
year.
best years. I would say Flow number one. I love Wild Robot, but I also love Piece by Piece. So I'll say Flow number one, Piece by Piece number two, right behind Wild Robot is just barely number three right there. Barely, But these are all movies I love. I even like Inside Out too, but that's not even close to the tier of like Piece by Piece, Flow, or the Wild Robot, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot of A lot of great animation this year. I mean, obviously, I'm thinking of animated series as well. I know a lot of people have been going nuts about a lot of animated shows this year. Obviously, we had
Arcane.
X-Men 97, Arcane. Obviously, I've gone off about Arcane. I really think it's one of the best stuff we've had in the past 5 years. Just stuff, period. Like pure, just media, cinema. And then obviously, Dandadan.
Yo, somebody at work was just telling me about that.
Yeah,
Yo.
and that animation's crazy, bro. They go off in that show.
Because I heard it's like a horror, but it's also kind of like stylized and like
Yes,
yeah.
very, and it's very comedic. It's like high on the comedy. Yeah, it's just an incredible year for animation. Just a really like, I feel like animation's low key better than anything live action so far. So yeah, I'll check that out, man. For me, you know what it is for me, man. I love animated stuff, so I'll definitely go out of my way to watch it for sure. Yeah, man. The only other stuff that came out was like the Karate Kid trailer that no one really cared about. Yeah, no one cared. No one cared. It's because of Cobra Kai, bro. Everyone's hating on it because of Cobra Kai. But I feel like that's kind of it, man. Unless you got any other thoughts on any other movie news that we're missing out. I mean, the only other stuff I've seen is like hype for Nosferatu. But that's kind of it.
Yeah, Nosferatu. You know, people talking about Black Panther 3. I guess Nate Moore is leaving Marvel, which is a little upsetting. You know what I'm saying? Nate Moore is one of the few, you know, black producers.
Where'd you hear this, man?
They reported that. I think they announced that. Again, literally just from the Christian Harloff show this morning. He was talking about it. So I'm just like, oh. But yeah. Sorry,
that sounds out of nowhere. No, it just sounds crazy. It sounds out of nowhere. I did not hear that at all.
Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Let me double confirm. Let me make sure I wasn't getting told fake news. But yeah, Nate Moore, you know, the brother who started Marvel in 2010. He produced his first major production was Captain America: Winter Soldier, then Captain America: Civil War. Then he did Black Panther. Like he was the lead producer on Black Panther. Yeah.
Oh, my bad, bro. I thought you said Nate Moore.
Oh, Nate
Not
Moore.
Nate Moore.
Nate Moore. Yeah, Nate Moore. Yeah, Nate Moore. Yeah.
I know Nate Moore. Yeah, he's the producer. Yeah.
Yeah, and he yes, according to Hollywood Reporter yesterday, Marvel veteran, Black Panther producer Nate Moore leaving studio. So
yeah.
That's
that's a big deal for sure. I definitely agree with that. The only other stuff I see here is the Mufasa reactions. Pretty tepid, bro. Not as exciting as one would have expected. And then Sonic 3 hype. Apparently Sonic 3 is gonna make a lot of money. I did not know that.
Yeah, I mean,
not bad.
Listen, I knew Sonic 3 was gonna make money. Like I knew that much. What I didn't anticipate is the reviews for Mufasa looking that way, especially with Barry Jenkins at the helm. But I suspect it's something along the lines of the studio wanting, you know, a lot of creativity. I know Barry Jenkins even said at one point that he kind of prefers shooting things in person instead of this virtual thing. Probably because maybe Disney was just like, oh, like maybe, you know, Disney probably had notes and Barry was like, nah, I don't know about these notes. And Disney was just like, hey, we don't have to tell you anything. We just tell the computer animators and they'll fix that up for us right now. That's probably what that situation might look like. So, I can't believe we had peaked with 30 people watching. We're back to 23. I guess they got bored of us talking about cartoons. But shout out to all 30 of y'all watching. 30, 20 likes, good ratio. We could do better. I did just want to say, I just want to read a couple more comments. We had a let me see. Jake Yakavetta said, "What's up, Jake? If you peeped the beginning, I played a little bit of your song. You know, I might take us out to it. You know, Jake got some lyrics. You know what I'm saying? He got some lyrics, and they're not safe for work. But strap in. At the end of the stream, we're gonna run it back, y'all. We're gonna run it back." Devontae Headley said we had a lot of garbage TV. And he also said, as far as I'm concerned, Disney got the rights. All they had to do was finish the Clone Wars series and do enough time, I guess, to talk about Star Wars being oversaturated. And then Clark Bronson said, just give me shirtless Superman with a cape. That's funny. I would love to see that. And Devontae Headley said, how about a birthday suit Superman? you just have him wearing nothing. Again, you know, y'all talking about it. Y'all said it, not me. Y'all said that, not me. And then Clark Bronson said, Clark's never needed a genius. I know that from experience. Hey, the Clark gang is going up. And then Anthony Chessman said, you mean you hope a Superman movie isn't like Superman? LOL. I don't know what part that's referring to, but yeah, I hope it's good. That's what I hope for. And they're talking about more about Superman's hot body. They said Velociraptor is the best roller coaster, bruh. Nosferatu could eat itself. I don't know what that means either. But
maybe he does, bro. Maybe he does in the movie.
Oh, see, I'm seeing that Christmas Day. That's my Christmas Day watch is Nosferatu, you know?
Yeah, man. I might. Obviously, we're doing this live on stream, but I think I might too. I might too, bro. Okay. I might join you.
Over Sonic and Mufasa?
Yeah, over Sonic and Mufasa, man. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not big on those two right now. I haven't been big on them the whole time anyways, but I just feel like Mufasa, it's going to make money because people love lions and they love that brand. But dead ass, you know what's funny? People love lions. Yeah. Like, you'd be surprised how many people just like how many views, if you see, like, look up lion videos on TikTok and shit. That gets a lot of views. People like looking at lions because they're like so mysterious and so like big and creepy and scary and beautiful. Like, lions are low key dope, bro. I can't even hate, bro. I'm not a lion guy, but you know, I can't be. You know,
you might be converting me to Team Lions. I mean, the only lions I know is Lucius Lyon from the Empire. You know, shout out to Terrence Howard. But yeah, beyond that, the actual lions, they scare me, dog. I don't want to be nowhere close to no lions. I don't even want to see no videos of the mugs, you know?
They're big, bro. I've seen those videos of the lions walk. Have you seen that video of the lion walking by cars?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
that shit is the size of a car, bro.
Yeah. That's why, listen, you don't got to peep. I'm going to go back to the motherland one day. I'm going to go back to Africa. You ain't going to peep me in no safari or no, like, middle of what, risking my life over a tiger picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I love it from afar. I'll definitely love it from afar. But either way, guys, that wraps up our First Cut Live for today. Make sure you guys stick around the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll be back here. Probably not next Wednesday, but we'll keep putting out videos this week and next week when it comes to reviews and movie news and stuff like that. So make sure you guys keep an eye out and subscribe if you haven't done so. RB3, where can everyone find you?
Yo, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Director RB3. Shout out a couple more comments. Evan Jackson said, rocking with you, Brody, young, bold, and regal. Yo, that's my guy I know him from Instagram. I also see him. He's popping up at every premiere, man. Young, bold, and regal. We got to have this guy on the show, man. He's a brother who's always killing it on the red carpets, always killing it everywhere. Let me start the music too while we doing this. Shout out you, Evan Jackson, man. We got to have you pull up to the show one day, brother. You one of the most connected brothers I know, man. Shout out Evan Jackson. Devontae said, saying Nosferatu can go away. I'm not excited to see it. Mufasa was doomed considering the how lame and bland the 2019 movie was. This is bound to be the same. I think Barry Jenkins is going to elevate it a little bit. And then Clark Bronson, the Idris Elba Lion movie Beast was cool. That was cool. I got to see it with my girl. We saw it in iPic, so we got to see it with the little blankets and the little cutaway seats. That was fire. That will say that's a fire Lion movie right there, for sure.
And you could find you where, man? RB3.
Follow me where? On Twitter and Instagram at Director RB3 and support the Indiegogo campaign for urban luxury. It's been a great day so far of all the support we've gotten. Holy schmoly, we've gotten even a couple more donations too. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. It's been a lot of love. A lot of love. So thank y'all. Thank you, Andres, for putting in 4 donations so far, man. Round of applause for that, man. Round of applause for Andres tapping in 4 times with us.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna show love. Obviously, what you got cooking up with that is some good shit. So obviously, I gotta show the love. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Squad Leader Race. I'm obviously gonna be talking more about Superman. I might even post some Superman thoughts tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that right here at First Cut.
Oh,
but other way, guys,
trailer reaction.
Yeah, not reaction. No, I'm not gonna react to no trailer, bro.
Hey, you should.
But either way, guys, for the First Cut crew, we're gonna be peace and out. So peace, deuces.
It's either me or you. Only one can remain. It's either me or you. Take you out the equation. It's either me or you. You do the math. Only one can remain.
Just wanna fuck you. I just wanna fuck you. I just wanna fuck you. I just wanna fuck you. Hey there, shawty, how you doing? What's your name? It doesn't matter, I'm just seeing if you can. You're a good girl. All nice and sweet, or you're a real bad bitch, yeah, good and street, whoa. Let me take you to the telly now, so you can bounce on my belly now. You know it's on tonight, I'ma beat the pussy up until the morning light. Put your ass in the air while I'm doing my thing. Face buried in the pillow while you scream my name like, whoa. Did a doggy style, switch positions in a second, hit it funky style. Now move that back, yeah, work them hips. Go down south, girl, use them lips. Don't stop, keep going, keep doing what you do. Cause the fact of the matter is, I just wanna fuck you. I just wanna fuck you. I just wanna fuck you. I just wanna fuck you.
I know you've been looking at me all night long, and I'm looking at you too. No bra, white thong, leave your girls at the floor. Let me holler at the bar. Conversation gets sparking, and you follow to the car. And it's smelling like draw, even though it's bottled in a jar. And she tells me to roll, and we'll smoke it possibly tomorrow. When I wake in the morning, it'll be all up in a jar. But I'm focused on the night, wishing that I could hit it raw. But baby girl, you're gonna be losing control when we're fucking, and my tongue is running through to your soul with a potent stroking motion, forcing you to explode. And if you're clenching on my dick, I'll spit a mutual load. But don't get it confused, we ain't a couple of nothing, we're just a couple of drunken clubbers who wanted some fucking. So if you give me a number, then we can do it again. But in the end, I'm only considering you as a friend.
See, I'm just trying to fuck you, baby.